You little kids of today have gone soft. Back in my day, we used to eat wood. Welcoming you back to crypto's juiciest news, baby dolls. Biddy Coin through the weekend, 95,000 American dollars. What are you doing, Biddy Coin? Can you please pump, please, Biddy Coin? And the Biddy Coin price over that weekend, friends. Just the state of crypto overall. We're gonna make it exciting. Don't worry. We've got lollipops here. We got a lot of stuff. We got lollipops. We got lube. We got Ren and Stimpy on the television. We got Game Boys. Yes, we got plenty of batteries as well, and we got the USB cable so you can trade Pokemon as well amongst yourselves. But overall, the crypto industry has entered a state of boredom and despair. But like I've told you, friends, we've had a terrible month after a long series of months. It's been more and more terrible each month. Instead of 5 green, we got 5 red in a row. We're on that 5th red. We just have to write off the month of April. The month of April, I mean, it's almost over anyway. Just a few more days. Nothing else really much to do, friends. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to show you. There's going to be a few things we're going to go through with this crypto and everyone's expectations and everything. It's just because it's going to be just interesting how most people try to battle their expectations for where we stop in the bull. Now what I'm going to do, friends, is just show you this lovely chart once again. So pretty much you'll see on everyone's pan. Actually, let's go through the weekly just so it's a bit more clear. You have a lot of people, they're just going to draw a Fibonacci. Okay, some people will have a log on it, some people won't. But they're going to draw the Fibonacci and then they're just going to start praying for higher prices. Okay, so this is where it just gets weird. Okay, when you use the log chart of a Fibonacci, it gives you extensions. That's what it is. Everything's a Fibonacci, you know, we're all related. We're all these like self-fractal, yada, yada. Okay, when we're looking at this, friends, the thing is these numbers get redonkulously high. If you're using a log chart, man, the first Fib's 175K. The second one is like 800,000. You're like, oh, can we have something in between? Well, that's where it gets a bit fancy, doesn't it, friends? You don't have that. So what you can actually do is, if you just remove it into a regular chart and then you do the fib, you get these different numbers which are smaller, but they kind of look more reasonable, maybe. So we'll see. So you have a fib here, friends. It's kind of funny. You have it starting around here. You have around the 100K, which it's kind of funny. I've never actually seen it like that. The top to the bottom, around 100. We have just hit this first extension up here. The next one's about 155. And then you go up to 200. So honestly, you just look at everybody and everyone's got their own different numbers. You're going to have just wild targets. No one knows shit, man. Everyone's just guessing. Everyone's just like basically you're throwing darts to the board and then you're praying for the best. So that's why I don't look at that. I don't want to look at Bitcoin euphoria. I want to look at market-wide euphoria. That's what I'm here to do. That's what you're pretty much here to do as well. Because if you're just looking at Bitcoin euphoria, you're probably going to get it wrong 15,000 times, okay? That's why it's nicer to have a look at the OTHERS-btc chart. And I know we're just counting the monthly candles. That's what we're looking at, friends. But literally, if we're looking at these monthly candles, man, we are so far away from euphoria. We are so far. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why, friends, there's no sympathy from me. So everyone knows me in real life. I am not the guy you come and cry to. Okay? There's literally no sympathy. Oh, no. It's over. Man, I'm just not the guy, friends. We cannot do anything. This is the 5th red month in a row. Okay, I've written it off. We've written it off. There's nothing we can do. All right, I've seen these things before. Also, friends, it's kind of like it's going to happen on the upside as well. So if you're like bearish at one point, okay, and we've actually gone up 5 green in a row, right? And someone's like bearish, like I'll be saying, look, man, like you just forget this whole month. Like stop trying to like basically poop on everybody's parade while we're still like printing green. That's just what it is, friends. It takes time, but you also want markets to be like that. You don't want markets to kind of like flash for like a second and then pretty much have you miss your opportunity. So this is going to become useful later in the bull. Now we check out the global liquidity fractal. India basically ruling the chart as well because they did 10x their money supply. So nothing we can do about that. I wonder if they can fix it. It doesn't really matter, friends. This is this stuff out here. We're ticking up. See, look at this. Even the red here. This is Tether. Tether's market cap is $147 billion. Tether, friends. Remember, Tether is one of the world's cuck currencies for cuckolds who enjoy sitting on the hotel cuck chairs and enjoying the show. That's Tether Roonies, friends. Remember, Tether have a blacklist function. That's why they're cuck bucks. Hopefully, PulseChain provides a solution, but we'll see how that narrative goes and plays out. Remember, we are not going to get any glory until Mr. Racist Russell 2000 gets some white Caucasian friends and stop being racist. Look how low it is still, man. Like, I know it doesn't look like much, man. This is a lot. You're still down in bear market territory. So, yeah, I mean, by definition, if the US small caps are down 20% from their top, that means they're in a bear market, which means altcoins are actually in a bear market right now, which is that's just the reality of the situation. Be like, oh, what do we do? Well, we've already held through the worst part. So there's nothing else much to do. Remember, OTHERS-eth ratio, one of the secret charts as well, friends. Very, very nice. OTHERS-eth here is trading at 1.09, just showing you altcoins are bigger than Ethereum's market cap now. Okay, that's actually quite fantastic to think about. And remember, this OTHERS-eth ratio, friends, I know a lot of people find it hard to really grasp what it actually means, right? But like, it's most important, just have a look at how correlated they are over time. That's what I look at. Like, it's not the actual number you look at. It's just look how correlated this is over time. It's very, very, very tight. Look at this. I mean, like, it's just this hovering. I think just draw a line here. I want you to see. So if you're drawing this line here, look at this. Look how correlated this is. Okay, you're 50% above and you're 30% below. Pretty much 40% below. You see this up and down the line. A lot of people, friends, soy boy copers who don't watch your friends from me, which that's fine by you. But if you want to be absorbing the lowest value content in crypto, keep doing whatever the hell you're doing. I see a lot of people on Twitter have absolutely zero clue what they're talking about, which is fine. A lot of people just talk shit anyway. But I literally giving you the answers right here. So while I tweak my nipples, I'm just going to rub it in your face and tell you that you're a soy boy drinker. Not understanding the Ethereum correlation to altcoins, okay, it's going to be basically cursing yourself for crypto. Like, why is it so hard for people to understand this? Look at this chart. Do you not understand this chart? Do you see how this chart's so tightly correlated? Whether you like Ethereum or not, it doesn't really matter. Okay, you can't deny this chart. It's like, okay, it's like you hate clouds, but you like rain. And then the rain comes and you're like, oh, I hate clouds, man. Clouds just suck. Damn it. Wish I could just like destroy those clouds, get a vacuum and suck them up. See what I mean? Like, dude, they come together. Okay, whether you like it or not. Okay, you're a rain maxi, but you're a cloud hater. Okay, well, it's the same thing when it comes to altcoins and Ethereum here. And it's not my decision. It's not your decision either. It is what it is. Okay, Ethereum is a big representation of risk on for altcoins. It's the #1 altcoin in crypto. Whether we, want to poop on it, say Vitalik drinks a lot of soy, which he does. But yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. We just have to accept the reality of it. And it's not that Ethereum makes things go up. It's just that whatever appetite there is for risk assets, when Ethereum goes up as part of that package, everything else is going up. Okay, and when Ethereum is going down, everything else is going down. Ethereum, whether you don't like it or not, I can't believe we're having this conversation. Like, people have absolutely no idea. Ethereum is a blue chip. Okay, you don't like it, but you got a shitty little $400. No one gives a crap about your little portfolio. You can't even call it a portfolio, okay? You literally got a piece of poop wrapped in toilet paper. That's what you have right now. Okay, the people with actual money, like Rockenegra, BlackRock, by the way, friends, they bought 120,000 Ethereum over the past week. So people with actual money, they care about Ethereum, okay? And then they are reflected in the business sentiment. So for the rest of us, we completely understand this and we take a zen approach when it comes to this. And that's why, friends, we're going to play some Puppy G music for these people. It's kind of funny. You have the highest value content in crypto. People still choose to drink soy. I'm going to crack on with some news, friends, that's actually happened here. So President Pump says the Trump tariffs, when tariffs cut in, many people's income taxes will be substantially reduced, maybe even completely eliminated. So I don't think anyone's believing that, by the way. The Trump tariffs, remember, friends, I made some juicy episode news for you. I think they bring in like $80 billion a year, which is, man, talk about a fart in the wind, friends. Yeah, that's a fart in the wind. That's nothing. Even if they 10x it, you can't. Because, like, if you start making maple syrup, $28, India will go make their own maple syrup for $4. Yeah, it's not going to be maple syrup. Might be sewer water, but people will find a way, friends. That's what ends up happening. You can't just tax everybody and go, hey, I want more money so So let's go do this. Kind of like, okay, your dentist, right? Your dentist. I don't want to charge you $800 for a tooth filling. I'm going to make it $80,000 because I want a new Ferrari. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't just go start raising taxes and stuff out here in the marketplace. So we'll see how it all plays out. Hopefully the money printer comes in and solves it for the rest of us. That'd be funny. Crypto timeline enters a state of boredom and despair again. I do believe you should just write off April and let's pray for a green monthly OTHERS-btc candle in Marwai. Now, the month of Marwai, friends, is pretty much approaching here. Nothing else we could do, man. Like, it's gone by the months. I hope at least you've had this appreciation. That's how you take this long-term view. You don't let yourself get stressed out with this day-to-day stuff. Okay, remember, this is the OTHERS-btc. Man, we just got one green in Trump's month. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But don't be surprised. We could just see some big moves. It could. I mean, look, but this is still disgusting, man. It took 3 months just to recover it, and then you have 2 months of poop just to break the all-time high. Look, there is no guarantee anything, friends, but just personally, I'm not euphoric until you break this high. I don't know when you'll break that high. I don't know if you'll break that high this cycle. I'm just personally, I'm just not euphoric, and most of you aren't either. Now, there is no friendship without glory. This is the OTHERS-btc. So this is the ETH-btc ratio. Of course, friends, when we're looking at it, it does look poop, and these are monthly candles. That's why there's literally nothing we can do. Maybe we're lucky. See, we got like a nice 30% candle move here, and then this one was like 30-40%. Maybe, friends, maybe. The next one is like, wow, by the end of next month, wow, we're all the way back to 0.025. Golly gee, we're only 55% from an Ethereum spot ETF a year ago. Wow. Yeah, man, there's nothing else we can do when it comes to that. I still maintain, when you go down this far, friends, the best you can do probably is pretty much a retracement. That's all you can do. You can just get back to the Ethereum spot ETF things. Maybe it comes back here. Like I said, friends, man, it's kind of crazy, man. I made my videos. I said, look, we're either going to get one of these two scenarios. Either Ethereum does really well, or the altcoins catch up to Ethereum's ratio. That's it. So the alt-ETH ratios catch up. So one example I use is Link, but XRP's catching up. Just all of these catch up to Ethereum. That's looks like the scenario we're going to get is that. Okay, and we couldn't get both. Why? It's because if Ethereum did a good cycle, okay, and both of these happen, you got like a $400 chain link. The size of the industry is too big. I think you get about a 15 to 20 trillion dollar industry, 20 trillion. And I'm just thought, man, friends, China's GDP is 20 trillion. So like Ponzi crypto is going to grow to China's size from nothing in a year. No, there's diminishing gain, there's market caps, all of these is not happening. And by the way, of course, like when I was saying this, I think a year or two ago, a lot of people got upset. They're like, oh, you don't understand, the market cap's this, market cap's that. Okay, bro, what happened now? You're all gone. Every single person who was doubting that, I'm like, bro, I really, really hope you're right. I really, really hope you're right. They're gone now. Where are you? They're literally all gone. Okay, all liquidated, capitulated, they're just gone. They're not even here. That's why, friends, I don't bother arguing with people because people who are wrong, and most people are wrong, they're actually gone in like 3 months, 6 months, a year. They're literally just full on gone. So you're arguing with somebody, like you're arguing with the dead body. And they're literally arguing with the dead body. It's about to go and get incinerated or whatever. Or buried. Makes no sense. You're just completely wasting your time. Just random people appear, come yell about something and then disappear when they realize they're wrong. I've got some fancy news here for you as well. This is interesting, right? So Grant Cardone. Cardone Capital is accumulating Bitcoin from its real estate holdings to create public real estate Bitcoin REIT. We are on our fourth fund with current acquisitions adding 350 BTC. So remember, Grant Cardone's friends, his brother Gary Cardone, Articuno. Actually, he let us down, friends. But I don't think he's a Pokemon anymore. He called Richard Hart. He called him like a scammer and stuff when the SEC we discovered about it. But then we went and beat him. So like, look, man, just like hold your tongue. Don't worry. Bitcoin dominance is gonna embarrass him. It's gonna embarrass him, friends. And trust me, Bitcoin dominance, friends. You don't think these because they don't chart it for you. They don't chart it. You think, oh, they don't watch it. You'll see. You will see, my friends, when this thing just starts doing the whole, hey, why are you going down? Why are you going down? What's going on? When it starts actually doing this or just does a slice of freaking doom, you'll see. You'll see how much they really believe. in Pet Rock BTC. You'll see. And remember, look, I don't give any financial advice, but be very, very careful about buying the first Bitcoin dominance crash. Be very careful. I mean, very, 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 very careful, okay? Be careful of that dead bounce, because this thing has built up the weakest of weekends you can imagine. 4 years of Bitcoin dominance going up. Every single person calling Ethereum dog poop. They didn't even buy Ethereum after the spot ETF. Just showing you how trapped they are in BTC. Okay, so we will see more of these though. People just buying BTC out here. So this is just wait. Friends, these people are new and they're fresh. They've only these people. Okay, what you're gonna see? Okay, they've only been excited about crypto in a world with Bitcoin dominance going up. Okay, just remember that. I don't care who they are. I'm telling you now, they're humans like the rest of us. Okay, yeah, they drink a lot of soy latte, but they've only been long and bullish Bitcoin with Bitcoin dominance going up. They do not know a world like this. They don't know that world. They don't even know this world can ever happen. And by the way, they think this world was an anomaly, and they also think this world was an anomaly. They think this was a fluke. This was the triple willy. This was literally Bitcoin dominance going down because Ethereum and altcoins pretty much birthed the Renaissance wave in 2017. Okay, and I still maintain actually we're going to have a double bubble alt season. Okay, because we had double bubble Bitcoin season last cycle. I still think it's going to be here. Now, I don't know how it's all going to play out. Solana, altcoins, whatever. I don't know specifically, but conceptually we do know. Ethereum getting cucked, but ready to save that green monthly candle, please. Might be about to appear green. It's almost there pretty much. Yeah, but we need some big, fat, juicy reversals, don't we? I want to show you Crypto Crew University. Steve, man, this post out here. Bitcoin, where is the top this cycle? Bitcoin has been climbing inside a rising channel. So you can see this channel up here, climbing inside the rising channel. All right. If you hit point A, the fib, you get 176,000 American dollars, okay, as the top. If you hit point B, it's 130,000. That's his bet. Friends, once again, I'm going to tweak my nipples again for you one more time. Did I not literally tell you every single day for 21 days? Plus, did I not tell you that all of these KOLs want to sell around the 150K? Did I not tell you that? Crypto Crew University Steve, blockchain backer, everyone wants to sell around there. Everyone, by the way, 150 is literally right in between 176. So he's got a fib like, oh, let's just go right now. Because it's Steve, right? He's always trying to front run the crowd. Okay, because he's contrarian as well. Very contrarian as well. So you see, man, everyone wants to get out 150. But Tommy, what about $13 million Bitcoin? Michael Saylor fans are full of shit. They're full of crap. They're dumping. They don't care. Doesn't mean they're right, by the way, just because they dump. We'll have to see what happens. How euphoric we get, what Coinbase's ranking and all these other things are. Remember, this is BTC, yeah. They're selling. It's kind of funny, man. You're telling me they're super, super bullish here and they're just getting out there. Yeah, man. That's it. And by the way, they were bearish down here, so you can't really take their word. Because if they're all trying to get out at 150, remember I told you, if they're trying to get out 150 and then it stalls here, okay, stalls at 130, comes back down, they're getting out, friends. They're getting out. Like, there'll be, all it takes, I already know, dude. All it takes is, and by the way, the market will probably do this, okay? You stop at 130, you come back down to 95. Uncle Bobby releases one of his 60-minute videos saying, hey, I've sold another third of my Bitcoin. I've sold 2/3 or actually all of it. I think the cycle's over. That's it. You're all finished. There you go. I already know all your weak points out here. I'm going to be long. Probably I'll be long. See how the Euphoria is. But I already know your weak points. That's it. All it takes is fail under 150K, go back dip under 100, get Uncle Bobby, release another 60-minute video saying he's sold. You're all, it's game over for everyone. Not over for me, though. Because, I mean, I've written it right here. Why wouldn't it be game over for me? Believe in something. That's why. Non-believers are going to get mocked. If you actually think that your magical 4-year cycle exists in a vacuum, okay, well, you're free to choose that, but you've been missing out on the highest value content in crypto. Highest value content in crypto, friends. Tweaking his nipples every single day to pump the market. We have also 4,900 videos. This is actually beautiful to see. That's quite crazy as well. 4,900 videos, huh? That's wild. Remember, it's not... Look, the Bitcoin 4-year cycle was never alive to be dead. It's a global liquidity cycle. It just coincides that by the, I don't know, friends, some stroke of miracle luck, Tashi, I don't know what it is, just the universe, the government debt rollover is 4 years. Okay, now it's due in June. Some call it Junie. They haven't rolled over yet. Okay, depends on the US rates and how the Fed's going to come together and whatever. Maybe they're planning something right now. Okay, man, it's going to be, friends. Isn't it? Look, you know, we know Donald Trump he wants to fire Jay Powell, but he's walked back the comments. Okay, maybe someone told him, Mr. President, if you fire the US Fed, maybe people dump our bonds more because then they know it's really shaky. And you've only got one buyer for that. You're going to buy something. You're going to force someone to buy it, which means they don't want to hold it, right? But maybe they got another plan. Maybe they got some sort of crisis coming. Here's what it is. You'll see. I bet next thing's going to come out. It's going to just mysteriously end up with them saying, golly gee, we're going to have to print money, guys. We'll see. Now, also, Steve's target, friends, for these, they are just targets. It will be very controversial out here. No one knows what happens, right? But it would be nice if we don't have extremely hot signals during this time. Man, I never want to say never. Okay, it is possible. I don't want to get trapped. But in every single cycle, there were 5 green monthly candles for OTHERS-btc. All right, so even if we end in July, there's only 3. But yeah, I never want to say never. You don't know. You just don't know. We're gonna watch all the exotic top signals, and I guess it'll all come together. The stock market here doing its nice reversal up. I am still scared though, friends. This is a very, very big wick for the stock market. This is very big. Yeah, it is scary. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this stock market wick. This is scary. Why I say scary? Well, it's gonna come back, man. It's gonna do something at some point. But hey, it could do this and maybe give everybody good sense of security, and then halfway 2026 does something like that. All right, that's also possible as well. Now, friends, I want to quickly throw on some PulseChain coverage as well. Everything's just pooping because it's highly volatile. It's just a bit of red because Ethereum and everything's just not moving anywhere. -5 to 10%. Remember, the liquidity is very, very, very thin, extremely thin, which is going to be good when Ethereum finally cranks it. That'd be great. This is the Pulse PLS price chart here. We had one green month. Maybe it's front running the rest of the market. Hopefully by the end of May does another 2x or something, and then just gets back to the interpol part out here. Everything's pretty much in the same camp as well, friends. There's there's controversy about Go Pulse sacrifice. There's dip catchers. I want to do a layer 2 chain where it's just for EHEX stuff out here. So you guys want to go for it, man. It is what it is. It's just look. You'll find, friends, cycles just, man, they're so accentuated in crypto, and they fool everyone, man. When there's demand for crypto, there's demand for everything. And then when there's no demand, literally it doesn't matter what you have. No one cares. So hopefully you get that up part, but you just gotta remember that, okay? But also there's stuff even memes, friends, like memes and vaporware and all these other junk. There'll be demand for it in the bull market, but then that's the toughest part, right? How sustainable they are. That's why in a bear market, you think people are stupid because they're selling good stuff. They're not. They're making a rational decision because the whole industry contracts. You have a monetary supply contraction pretty much in crypto. It's all rehypothecated on each other anyway. And market's smart. It's like, oh, you have a good product. Well, it's open source anyway, so someone else can just use it and just do better with another product out here. So the competitive moat, that's what Warren Buffett calls it in stock market. In crypto, nothing's really got a competitive moat. It's really flimsy because we are digital nations, but you can teleport to any nation in within a minute. That's bridging over. If you live in America, think about it, friends. If you let's say you're in Americana and you are the only pizza store in this part of New York, right? There's no other pizza store around there. Let's say you've got a pizza store license. I have to, and let's say the pizzas you make, they're $50 just because you're the only one in town and people have to go far places. Yeah, well, imagine a world where you can teleport let's say they were like these super hyper speed bus tubes. They could just teleport you across the world in a minute. Just think about that. So now you just go to a bus stop. You don't have to pay $50 for that guy's pizza. You can go to a lovely Indian street food pizza, which is, I know everyone would love to do that. Go straight to India and get a nice street pizza. Yeah, it might come with a bit of tapeworms and some diarrhea and even some gonorrhea in there as well. You know what I mean? Maybe friends, maybe they'll mix in a bit of the vaccine or anything that you want there. Maybe whatever it's trying to kill you will also try to help you. But you basically just lowers the cost of getting all these items. That's basically crypto, by the way. Crypto is like that. See how tough it is? So if you're a store and you sell anything expensive, guess what? People don't have to travel far and they can just go somewhere else. That's the world we live in crypto. It makes it very difficult. Everything's very volatile. That's what it will be like if we that's how disruptive it would be if we invented like super fast travel, I guess, like enormously fast travel. Because now the whole world has to reprice. So it gives you a bit of insight as to what the future could be. But it's, yeah, not as nice. I mean, like, it's good, but yeah, man, it gives you a lot of heart attacks because nothing is guaranteed, is it? That's what crypto is, right? Oh, you built Uniswap. But okay, if Uniswap, remember friends, Uniswap put a 0.1% fee on their website as like a tip for them, and they make millions of dollars off of it as well. So if let's say they made it 2%, but they don't have a competitive edge, okay, if they put it 2%, that's a very, very expensive fee. Other people will just go lower it, okay? So that's what crypto, because we're all digital, we have that advantage out here, but then it makes it hard to pick the winners. Yeah, it really makes it hard. That's why memes, cults, religions is like the best archetype we have, but it also works from Biddy Coin. What's Bitcoin's tech? Nothing. Literally nothing. Doesn't do anything. Pet rock. Can you earn yield? No. Do you have privacy? No. The only way to actually buy Bitcoin, you have to pretty much give your KYC to an exchange. It's slow. Can't do anything, right? But it's got a religion, doesn't it? Right? You even have, like I just showed you, Grant Cardone is like, oh, I'm now going to use my real world businesses to come and DCA purchase it. Okay, that's an advantage that many coins will never have. But I wonder if Ethereum can take on a bit of it. I know it doesn't look like it now, but feels like, friends, Ethereum third cycle curse. One hell of a curse. Yeah, maybe in 2028, 2029, it'll do some nice reversal. Just look at XRP-BTC's doing. I'll show you that actually now. So XRP-BTC, friends, ignore this 2017 anomaly part. See XRP-BTC, it went back to pretty much, it retraced the whole move, okay? This might be ETH-BTC at 0.055 like we see in the next cycle. So yeah, see in Bitcoin halving year, it shot up. Maybe at the end of 2028, ETH-BTC goes up to like this 0.08 and it just sits there. So I'll just show you what it would look like. This would be ETH-BTC by 2028, which would be here. Maybe it goes up and down, and then 2028 it like shoots up, and then it's right here, right, and it starts doing the flag, ready for the next bull. Now maybe the next part continues. That's a flipping. We don't know. Maybe it just comes up here, but that's philosophically what I'm feeling Ethereum would do over time. And also, friends, I don't have time to go through the news, but I just want to throw you out here. They're considering major upgrades for Ethereum. So they're considering raising the gas limit by 4x. They would never do that. Usually they would raise the gas limit by 20%. So 0.2x. Now they're considering to raise it by 4x. I don't know if that's real or like a rumor, but I heard about it. Vitalik, they pretty much put it out there. They're considering raising it by 4x. And they're really, you know, when you do swaps on Ethereum, there's an approval for everything. They're trying to make it to one-click swaps. It's pretty much the Solana experience. Okay, pretty much. So Solana ate Ethereum's lunch. Now Ethereum's like, oh crap, we've got to move faster. That's what I mean. If you're a soy boy cuck, if you're selling Ethereum and you're exiting Ethereum stuff, my gosh, you are making one of the worst decisions of your life. You honestly think someone who had that much vision and foresight is now just going to let some soy boys come out and just literally take over this $1 trillion piece of pie? But I know what they're doing, man. They're just selling red candles. Look at the narratives that people believe, man. This is insane. Okay, remember, the narratives are Fugazi. Why did ETH-BTC go down? The business cycle is down. That's it. The business cycle's down. 98% of coins are down. Ethereum's in third cycle. There you go. Yeah. So that's the real answer. And you might say, hey, why did the business cycle go down? Well, go back and try find the domino. Oh, it's high interest rates. Oh no, it was Joe Biden. Oh, it was a zombie virus. No, it was China. Oh no, we only got the zombie virus because Trump stimulated too much in 2017. No, Trump only stimulated in 2017 because Hillary Clinton was too corrupt in 2016. And Barack Obama, from, do you know what I mean? Keep going back and back and back and back and back. Oh, why was Barack Obama like that? Oh, because of reason X, Y, Z. You see what I mean? Just keep, the dominoes doesn't matter, friends. There's always the next domino, right? We're always falling. Someone's always falling on us, etc. Eric Wall, the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio did not go down because of the merge. It went down because societal value rotation out of feminized WEF soy boys in unicorn t-shirts. They rotated out of feminized WEF soy boys and they rotated into Bronze Age mindset broadly. So remember, friends, this is descriptive of the candle. It's like, oh, I see a red candle. Let me go and describe it. Okay. Next one. Ethereum always occupied a vertical more prone to competition. Layer 2s confused the ETH asset value capture narrative and caused network fragmentation, etc. Bitcoin and gold are maturing into wartime assets, whereas the peacetime asset Ethereum struggles. Oh man, these are going to be so wrong in the future. It's what happens, friends. Like when there's like green candles, everything you say why it's green, we all latch onto that. It is what it is, right? And then when there's red candles, like now, like, oh, people don't like fluffy unicorns anymore. They want protein, they want bench presses, they want to do leg day, they don't want to skip leg day. Okay, so look, friends, in the nicest way possible, I'll just tell you this. I always say this to you. People will say everything to prevent themselves from just getting long. They'll say everything and anything just because they don't want to get long. You see? That's wild. Just because they just do not want to get long. They just don't want to buy this. They're too scared. But they will buy it on the top of a green tip candle. They will do that. Okay? And like, because you have so many people convicted out there, it's going to be a vicious reversal. Just don't know when, man. Been trying to call the bottom on this for 10 years. So where do we go from here? Well, shout out to Sommy Fan Token for making these, friends. Look, honestly, I don't even know who this guy is. It just looks like a really funny photo. So here's the thing. Crypto needs to pump ASAP. Because my whole Twitter timeline, do you know what it was over the weekend? 1, guys complaining about women. So literally a third of the timeline is guys complaining about women. Oh, women like guys with abs and not this dad bod. Oh, women, too many bodies that you're maybe sleeping in bed with. Oh, OnlyFans. Oh my god. And friends, it's not guys with like 6 followers. It's like, the Myron Gaines dude and like everyone else, like, bro. Oh, marriage is a scam. All right, man. Stop whining on the internet, bro. We know. Get over it. Bro, far out, man. All right. Go be a responsible adult. Do drugs or something. Go write a book. Number 2, racism against every race. Okay, that's also 2/3. And yeah, man, it's all over. Oh, racism. Pick a name. Just pick a race. Doesn't matter. Pick a race. Just racism everywhere. Everywhere. And you know what? It's pretty funny. The thing is, we've got 5 red monthly candles for altcoins, So, racism ain't funny when everyone's losing money. You know what I mean? We get the funny stuff when we're like pumping, but it's just like, oh, racism. Far out, man. It's just, bro. Do you understand how precious life is? This is how you're spending it. Like, you have a darker skin color than me. I'm going to spend 9 hours of my day. All right, man, we get it. Societal problems, bro. You don't make the rules and you never will. You need me. I'm wearing a cowboy hat. I tweak my own nipples on the internet for good luck, of course. I have very straight posture, pointy elbows. You need me to tell you, wasting your time, man. Come on, man. Wow. There's also, friends, this is like literally one of the world's 9th wonders of the world. There's always like a random tweet from a random dude and puppet influencers. They're always making inside jokes about American sport betting. And I got no idea who they're talking about. Right. Hey, did you see Bowers? Wow, he wouldn't know how to do a backflip out of a paper bag. And everyone's like, liked it. There's like a lot of likes. I'm like, whoa, that might be like really, really relevant. I got no idea what the hell they're talking about. You know, and it's always like half a sentence, and like guy looks like he's half drunk. That's literally all of crypto Twitter. That's all of Twitter right now. So I say no to that. I want bag pumps. I want bag pumps. Where to from here, friends? Pretty much, if you're loaded up on your Jeet stack, which most people are, in this next phase, just consider taking something out. You can decide however much you want. This is the Biddy Coin price. Remember, the Fibonacci from here is 130k. Okay, this is where. So right now, friends, how much? Look down here. Remember when Uncle Bobby sold the third? A lot of people sold the third. Ben Copeland said, "You're all going home to $400 Ethereum. You're all going home. Crash, crash." While they were saying that, I'm like, nah, 5 to 10% chance it's over. I feel sad because the price is down by just 5 to 10%. 5 to 10% chance it's over. They're like, "We're all going home. Cope, cope, cope." The thing is, at this 130k zone in here, I think it's going to be more of a 20% chance now. Okay, which it's getting hotter, but by the way, you don't worry. Everyone's going to say it's 100% chance it's over. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. Now, I don't know. Here's the thing. I could be eating my words, friends. Like, it could look. It's very, very possible that Bitcoin goes to 130. We've had 3 green monthly candles for altcoins. We come back down here, and then altcoins have number 4 and number 5 as Bitcoin goes sideways. Totally possible. In which case, like, I'm still going to give it a 25% chance it's over, because the altcoin seasons were never finished on the first alt season wave 1 in the past. Okay, pretty much 5 green. Yeah, it was important. The first series of 5 green in a month, it was very, very important, but it wasn't the end. Okay, and I'll show it to you now. Right here. Right here. So if you go back, friends, see, I did not know this until I was recording this for you live. I had no idea, right? DeFi season was 6 green monthly candles. But look how garbage they were. But it was 6. That's why you had DeFi season here, and then you also had alt season wave 1 here and alt season wave 2 here. Okay, so it's pretty much, it was half 1 and then half again, pretty much an alt season. Okay, here, and you notice, by the way, it didn't end on 5 green, but 5 green wasn't the end of it. It was the same thing in 2017 as well. So this is just something to consider going forward. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at all the altcoins. I just don't see how people are going to be hitting anywhere near remotely close what you would consider mildly a dream target in the first alt season wave, right? Like, we need Ethereum to be beaming. We need $7,000 plus Ethereum. I know I keep dropping that number every single time, but we're lucky the thing's not a piece of shit, isn't it? 0. But we still love each other. Like, subscribe, bell button, I'll catch you soon.